German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, all truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. When I read that quote, there was one term that stood out to me. Self-evident. I thought to myself, where have I heard that before? And then it came to me rather quickly that term, self-evident, is something that should be stuck in every last one of our minds, because it is one of the first 7 words of the Declaration of Independence of the United States of America, written by Thomas Jefferson. In the first line, Jefferson says, we hold these truths to be self-evident. Now, what does self-evident mean? To sum it all up, to take it back to Figueroa Street in LA, self-evident basically means what's understood doesn't need to be explained. Self-evident means that something is obvious. It does not need to be demonstrated. It does not need to be rehearsed. It does not need to be extrapolated in great detail for anyone to easily understand it. The Black community is by far the most hypocritical community in America. And while many people will say to me, you just hate Black people, you be going in on Black people, yada, 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 yada. Listen, man, the statement, the validity of the statement is self-evident. Look at where we started. Look at the heights that we reached as a group. Examine our accomplishments, the things that we were able to build from nothing, and contrast them to where we are now. Yes, my friends, on this Sunday morning, I have to tell you, the state of the Black community and the subsequent hypocrisy, or the hypocrisy of the Black community, and the subsequent condition of the Black community is self-evident. When I read Schopenhauer and his explanation of the way truth is received, I couldn't help but associate it with our condition. All truth passes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed. Second, it's violently opposed. And then third, it's accepted as being self-evident. And you know the first person who came to my mind? I'll give you a hint. He's tall. He's light-skinned. He has a beard. And he's been going in on Eugene, Big U, Henley for what seems like forever. 600. I think of everything this guy said, and I think of this case that the feds have brought against Big U and other members of Big U Enterprise and the ROLLIN 60 Crips. And I say, 600 was telling us all along. I've seen his videos. I've seen his clips. He was telling us all along. And how did we receive the information that he was giving us? How did we receive the information that this man was basically risking his safety to provide. Well, just as Schopenhauer said, first we ridiculed it. He's a hater. He's an op. He's jealous. He's this, he's that. You know, the same old same. Second, we violently opposed it. I saw this guy getting threats in the comments. And if you're black like me, you know that the threats are only the beginning. Every black person who is living right now knows that if they persistently criticize anyone that African American people have chosen to lift up or crown as one of our heroes or one of our sacred cows, they know that they are doing so at great risk to their personal well-being. Because after the Negro realizes that he can't silence you with empty threats, he can't silence you with jokes and, roasting you, what is the next stage? He's going to violently engage you in an effort to silence the truth. I'm looking at this situation with Big U, and I'm looking at three people actually, who are being ridiculed. They're not being violently opposed yet, but they're basically being labeled with the label that we give everyone who really ain't got much to do with a situation. But the label that African American people give to anyone who they realize has more control over the culture than they do. Any non-black person that has more control over this dubious culture that I can't explain or understand than we do, what do we label them? Oh, that person must be a Fed. And as of now, Adam 22 from No Jumper, VLADTV, they are Feds. Or at least that's the label that the black community is giving them. They are Feds because Eugene Henley, Big U, decided to be a predator in his own community, allegedly. Because a 58-year-old man chose to run a criminal enterprise under the guise of helping his community. Suddenly, this white guy, Adam, forgot his last name, sounds French, kind of, and Vlad TV, the guy Vlad, DJ Vlad, are suddenly Feds. Because rappers and black entertainers choose to go on their show, clearly for money, they get paid. Get in front of a camera and tell their damn business, all of a sudden these dudes are Feds. All of a sudden, because people choose to get in front of a microphone and tell their business, these dudes are Feds. I will never understand the black community. If indeed Adam 22 is a Fed and DJ Vlad is a Fed, you guys should be celebrating them as heroes for having the balls and the guts to do for your community what many of the men in our community are too cowardly to do. The only redemption we have, the only redeeming aspect, the redeemer we have in our community right now, well, they have in their community up in Crenshaw and Slauson, is 600. Right now, he is the hardest dude from your hood. If you from Rolling 60s, if he's from Rolling 60s. And I say that with my chest. Right now, 600 is the hardest nigga from y'all hood because he was the only one who wasn't so cowardly as to be scared into silence about someone who was operating in a predatory nature within that community. Either you're just a coward or you are complicit. You are an accomplice to what he was doing. And I'm saying it with my whole chest. If what they are accusing, if what is alleged turns out to be true, I will never look at that section the same way again. If what they say is true, and if any of these other charges that appear to be coming down the pipeline end up being true, I will never look at that section again. I might not even go over there to buy bean pies no more. I might not even go over there to buy Woody's barbecue no more. If y'all let this dude smoke Nipsey or arrange for it to happen and then sealed y'all lips up and said nothing, my perception or my view of that community is going to totally change. And then I know there's someone who will watch this in the future and they'll say, oh man, you telling niggas to snitch? Niggas are snitching on the internet every single day. Y'all can't snitch to expose somebody who's operating in a predatory nature, allegedly killing folks, allegedly extorting folks to make y'all community better. The same dudes who can't do that to get on damn VLADTV or No Jumper and tell it all for a couple $100. At this point, the whole no snitching culture is sounding like some bullshit. Because it's don't snitch unless you get paid a certain amount and unless somebody will put a microphone in front of you so you can give views on the internet. That's what the rule is really. They tell you don't snitch, snitches get stitches, da-da-da. Loose cannon get on No Jumper. That boy singing like a goddamn canary. Different dudes from different hoods get in front of a microphone on No Jumper and they singing and they squilling. They telling it all. You telling me you can go and snitch and tell all your hood business and politic on No Jumper for a couple of $100, but you can't do it to save your damn community so your kids could go to school without risk of getting killed in a drive-by or getting hit by a stray bullet as two gang members shoot it out on Crenshaw or on Slauson or back in the 60s? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense that niggas and bitches is defending this nonsense and having the audacity to try to criticize people like me, 600, and other people who speak out about it. Well, I'm a journalist, so I'm just talking about the facts. 600 has an emotional connection to that stuff that I don't possess. But I commend him for choosing to stand up and be honorable in a situation where everybody chose to be cowardly. You can't snitch to save your damn community, but you can snitch to get a couple of $100 from Adam 22 or Vlad TV in front of a microphone on No Jumper. Make that make sense. They're literally pulling up video of dudes telling shit that should be strictly hood business with 200 and 300,000 views attached to it, where 300 people didn't watch it, and now we all know what every 60 CRIP know. But 600 is the problem? No. If you think he's the problem, you're the problem. If you think 600 is the problem, you are the problem. If you think what I'm doing right now is the problem, you are the problem. If you think Adam 22 is the problem, you are the problem. What do you mean? How many lives did Adam 22 save by giving these idiots a microphone to go tell all their hood business and get these dudes off the street? That's just my question. How many lives has VLADTV saved by giving these idiots a microphone so they tell all their business and get indicted as they should by the feds? These truths we hold to be self-evident. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. If you're dumb, well, criminals, most of them who prey on their own community are dumb. But because they're bullies and people are afraid of them, people will capitulate to this idea that these people are special. They're not. They're not. My dad is an OG from the city that I'm from. What's special about that? Nothing. What's special about being old and locked up in prison? What's special about allegedly killing somebody for making a diss song about you? Nothing. What's special about making your community so violent that little kids can't even walk to fucking school without having a very real fear of getting hit by stray bullets? What's special about the men in your community being so degenerate that 30% of the women in that community is selling their ass on Figueroa 3 miles down the street, coming home, kissing these niggas' kids in the mouth after sucking dick all night because the dude don't want to take care of his responsibility? That's gangster to you? That's what y'all think is like what black people deserve? Because that's all that's going on in LA. Some nigga fucking your daughter and then trying to throw her out on in the 90s or wherever, the 70s, whatever it is over there where they hoeing at. She's in love with this nigga, and next thing you know, he got her in a motel sucking dick, giving him the money. That's gangster to black people. Everything you do condemns you. Everything you do condemns you. Y'all could look at me and be like, this nigga fat. Jesus said it's not what go in a man's mouth that defile him, it's what comes out. And when someone tells the truth and exposes an alleged predator, and you speak out, you fix your mouth to say something negative about that person, you've been condemned right there. A lot of people love this shit because they're just not shit, and they love it because it makes them feel better about being horrible, being losers. A lot of people want to be connected or privy to the information or gang politics without ever being affected by the results or the outcome or the inevitable consequences of it. And that's what you have too many of in the black community. You have too many losers and too many cowards. And that's why our communities look the way they do. You have too many losers and you have too many cowards. Because Rayshawn had some kinfolk, some dudes who knew him and was related to him, who clearly know what the accusations was, and it took for the women folk to go to the white man to come get justice for him. And then y'all turn around and talk about white folks. White folks are doing more for your community than you've ever thought to do. More than your daddy did, your no good ass grandpa, and your no good ass grandma. You got people walking around your community like a wolf, not giving a damn about who they hurt or whose life they destroy. And the only man who's man enough to come get them is the white man. And then you try to say they racist and they this. Them white folks don't live nowhere near Crenshaw and Slauson. But they got to leave their house, leave their community to come down to your community to get somebody who the whole community should have came together and got the fuck up out of there. Losers and cowards. Losers and cowards. People who are not only cowardly, but they are violently opposed to the truth. You know why people been emailing me all week? You need to stop talking about Big U. You need to stop talking. Because they think that somebody's going to do something to me for talking about this nigga. I would have told that nigga to his face, hey, bro, you're a predator in the community. The same way when I go to No Jumper, I tell them niggas to their face, nigga X, Y, and Z. And what? Nothing. And what are they going to do? Nothing. And if they do something to me, that makes what I'm saying true, even more true. Because they quick to go after a black man. They'll call Vlad a Fed, they'll call Adam a Fed, and then they'll go in there and kiss their ass to get a couple of dollars. Niggas standing up in pictures with a white nigga looking like a proud dad. The hardest nigga from your set up in there hugged up with a white nigga looking at him like he the father that the nigga never had. Show me when you see a Long Beach nigga doing that. And I'll call that nigga, you out of line. You tripping, fool. But y'all telling me these niggas is gangster? What does it mean to be a gangster? You can kill somebody who look like you? You could be a gangster tomorrow then. Get a gun, go outside, find a nigga that look like he wants some smoke, and dirt that nigga. Now you're a gangster. Ain't no damn qualifiers for being a gangster in the hood. You got a nigga that's 120 pounds with 10 bodies. Oh, cut gangster, go to the county and get fucked right in the ass by a nigga twice his age. That ain't gangster. That is not gangster. It is not gangster to be in a financial position to where you got to go tell your hood business to a white dude to feed your family. You got to go and risk going to the penitentiary, like my cousins from Atlanta call it, so you could put food on the table. Y'all niggas up in there fighting like a bunch of mandingos, looking stupid, making up fake beef with each other, sitting up in there with your ops, a nigga who you would have killed 2 years ago, just to put food on the table for your family and support your drug habit. That's gangsta? And y'all sitting up eating this shit up like that shit is cool. That shit is sad, bro. That shit is sad. And you gotta pretend like it's cool because you gotta front and fake tough to keep from accepting how despicable that shit really is. Stop coming for Adam 22. Stop coming for Vlad. They ain't doing nothing but making money off how stupid you Negroes are. Same thing like a record label do. Same thing like a movie producer do. We've been doing it for years. And they've been monetizing it for years. It's not their fault that you don't even want to monetize your own tragedy and trauma. And then y'all tell me, oh, you a hater. You a hater because this nigga was invested in this community. Where? Let's go back to that word, that term, that phrase, self-evident. It means it doesn't need to be explained or demonstrated. If these people who y'all think are invested in the community are invested in it, why can't I see it? Why isn't it obvious to me? Why isn't it self-evident? Because you're just saying anything. You got less facts than me trying to say anything to make yourself feel better about what's going on. Arthur Conan Doyle, famous fiction writer. He said, once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. And you know what's impossible? It's impossible that you have a bunch of dudes doing all this good, allegedly, supposedly, making all these investments, supposedly, allegedly, into a community, but the community don't never improve. That's impossible. So the truth must be that y'all are all full of shit and y'all all lying and trying to purposely misrepresent a situation to keep it toxic. You know what's impossible? It's impossible that a group of people can want to make progress. It's impossible that a group of people can want to be better. 40 million people could want to be better, but spend decades in a stagnant state, not making any progress. That's impossible. So you know what the truth may be? No matter how improbable it is, that overwhelmingly we don't want to be any better than we are. And every time one of these dudes gets indicted or arrested, and you niggas trying to call people snitches and this person the feds and da-da-da, you prove it. Who gives a damn who's the feds? The question is, did he do it or not? White people, when OJ went to trial for killing Nicole Brown Simpson, white people wasn't worried about who indicted his ass. They wasn't worried about who turned him in. They was worried about whether he did it or not, because the rest of the shit didn't matter. So if this guy Big U gets found guilty, then what? Then what? It ain't gonna be one apology issued. It ain't gonna be one person who come back, you know what, my bad, 600, you was right. Y'all just gonna keep going on about y'all business. Because in reality, whether he's found guilty or innocent, you Negroes is only paying attention for entertainment value. If Big U got gunned down in the street by another black man, what was you gonna do? Nothing. You gonna do less than you did when Nipsey Hussle was gunned down, which is nothing. These people don't give a damn about each other in these little sections. They don't give a damn. They only looking at you to see how much they can use you before you wake up and realize these niggas are using me. And if you realize it and you dare confront them, they're going to try to kill you. Allegedly, Nipsey and Shitty, Lil Shitty, got into it over bro having a snitch jacket put on him. If Nipsey Hussle could have lived to see no jumper, he would have said, why I'ma mess with Shitty when Lil Shitty when all these niggas up there snitching? Well, I'm not about to go crash out on bro because y'all all up there doing it for some money. And then they get mad at me. Why you mad at me? Because I'm willing to tell the truth about the situation and I ain't gonna get up there and make a damn minstrel show for the benefit of some white guy? Let's approach it with respect. Let's demand respect. How about that? What's wrong with that? Because I can get up here and talk about anything and somebody's going to watch it. Somebody's going to platform it. I had dudes up in No Jumper talking about they don't like me because I'm intelligent. My intelligence doesn't have nothing to do with you. But you know that the more intelligent I am and the more truth that I tell, the more it tears away at the lie that you guys are trying to project to people. That's the reality. We all live in Hollywood. People you think we live in LA. People you think cool, that nigga in there strung out on cocaine and fucking meth. Yeah, that nigga was cool till I saw him hit a crack pipe. What? But everybody else is thinking these people are cool. This guy's so amazing. They got me. The feds. The feds got me. I just don't like it. I just don't appreciate it. I just think that we deserve more than that as a group of people. But when you got a bunch of people so damn scary, they won't even stand up to predators in their community. What can you do other than leave? What do we do? We just accept it or we leave. Avoidance, like a dog. When a dog senses danger, the first thing they do is something called avoidance. They put a lot of space in between them and the threat. That's what Negroes do. It's called avoidance. There's a famous philosopher who once said, we swallow greedily any lie that flatters us, but we sip only little by little at a truth that we find bitter. I'm going to tell you the truth. All this cripping and blood, this shit ain't even that cool. Sitting up going to jail ain't that cool. I saw a video the other day with Blueface. Bro got a big ass busted lip. You could tell he was in there getting his ass whooped. Or whooping ass and getting punched in the face. What's cool about that? Bro got on the camera and said, this prison shit ain't cool at all. Who the fuck want to be in Lancaster in the middle of the damn spring wearing a damn sweatsuit with a busted lip? But y'all think that stuff is cool. Can't none of these dudes tell you how this shit is cool. What's the benefit of it? So a few dudes could get money and you could do a bunch of prison time trying to be like them? There's nothing cool about that. And that should have been a message that Big U and these other dudes was giving to the community. You want to end up like Nipsey? Niggas who you thought was your homeboys laughing at your death? Like it's funny? Like in that video that we played the other day? What's cool about that? Nipsey Hussle, the coolest nigga to ever claim Rollin 60 Crip. They laughed at this man when somebody brought up justice for him. What's cool about being around a bunch of niggas that don't even like you? They're jealous of you, but they only tolerate you because they think that inevitably they will get something, be able to get something out of you. There's nothing cool about that. And these same Negroes that sit up, Vlad is the feds, Adam is the feds. So fucking what? What are you gonna do about it? Other than run up there and see if you could get on a time slot so you can get some attention, the attention we all seek, right? Adam posted this thing today. He was like, y'all think waking up every morning and calling me a fed? Y'all think I really give a fuck about that? He doesn't. He's a fed, but you're broke and he's rich. And if he walked up to your face, you won't do nothing to him. And he's stronger than the nigga who you think is the hardest nigga on earth, 4 Extra. Bro, I saw Adam and 4 Extras working out in the gym. 4 Extras couldn't even hit 225 pounds. Adam was in there repping that shit like it was nothing. You niggas think that niggas that ain't even that impressive are amazing. No shout out, no offense to 4 Extra, but bro do need to get his PR up on the bench, dog. For real. That's embarrassing. You are limited to the spaces that you choose to inhabit. You think shit is impressive. You think people are impressive who really aren't all that great. Because you're dumb and you've never experienced anything. You've never been anywhere. And you live in fucking LA. You could get on a bus and be in a very nice area around people with money. But nah, you only go up there to steal shit. What I'm trying to say is you need to open your fucking eyes up. You need to look at the world that's around you. Stop being tunnel vision on stupidity. So that's all you know, and that's your only frame of reference. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. When Adam outlifted 4 Extras, I was a little bit embarrassed for us. For us. For us, bro. Like, right? The nigga who done beat up every nigga in the world can't even hit 225? That shit was embarrassing. I'm gonna be real with you. said, damn, bro, talk about all the niggas he done knocked out. Woo. The man struggled to get 180 pounds up off his chest. That was crazy. At this point, bro is weaker than my 17-year-old little cousin and my gay nephew. Because they can both hit like 250, like 225 easily. That's crazy to me. That shit kind of fucked with me a little bit. Sorry, I don't mean to use so much foul language. But that kind of like, damn, really, nigga? God damn. No offense. No offense. Shout out to the 40s. But Jesus Christ, bro, the video is on the internet. Adam got up there and was hitting 225 like, I said, bruh, you gonna let this white dude outlift you on TV, nigga? I'd have slapped the camera out of a nigga hand. Like, you ain't about to put that shit on the internet. World Viral Daily, you sound like a bitch. Look, I'm not saying you're a bitch. I'm just saying you sound like a bitch. 4X, listen, this is what we do. This is what we do. 4 extra 6 foot. Adam 6'4", and been bitch pressing porn stars, so he had an edge over 4 extras. There's no century in which Adam 22 will outbench me. I could bring somebody who's way smaller than Adam who can outbench him. I just told you my little nephew who's 17, bro was in the gym just the other day hitting 225 with me. And bro's a volleyball player. There's no excuse. These people are only impressive because they're big fish in a very small pond of idiots. I know. Like seeming smart when you're in a room full of dumbasses. I go to No Jumper, I'm in there, oh, this CRIP, this blood, this, that, that's cool. But when I leave No Jumper, I go have lunch with my friend who's a doctor. I go have lunch with my friend who's a lawyer. I go have lunch with my homegirl who is a paralegal. And we talk about higher level things. I don't even cover hip hop news. I cover politics. Y'all don't like politics. Y'all don't like hearing about things that impact your life. So y'all wouldn't be interested. But what I'm telling you is, none of these people are as impressive as you think they are. You know who the most impressive person on No Jumper to me is? There's 2 people. There's 3 people. I would say Flacco, because this guy is like a workhorse. This guy, people criticize Flacco, but I promise you, Flacco puts in so much work on behalf of No Jumper, so those other fools can sit up there and, on their homies, on their homies, on their homies. Him, P-Nice, because P-Nice, he's like, you could tell his mind be, his wheels be turning his head. He looking like, how can I do the same thing? How can I get this shit cracking? He's learning. And then I would say WACK too. Because WACK, even though I don't like that shit he pulled with Rockstar, bro got a studio too, right next to Adam shit. Bro got money. He doing his thing, producing shit. Like, that's impressive. But you dum-dums don't want to listen to them. You don't want Adam to sit up and talk about how he started No Jumper Studio. How he, transitioned from porn to doing this, right? And making it profitable. We don't care about that. Just put more of the niggas up here talk about who they gonna knock out and beat up. You can't knock out everybody. I'm bigger and stronger than you, and I can't knock out everybody. These dudes are so gangster. Dude, I know 17-year-old kids who will beat these niggas' asses. White kids. Beat him, punched the nigga up, and then took the nigga back and choked his ass smooth out. And it won't even be close. What's so impressive about that? That's my question to you. But then a nigga holler, oh, he's a fed. How? If he's a fed, why is all your homies hanging around with him? Why is all your homies telling them all your damn hood business? And the bigger question is, if he's a Fed, you see the homies telling your business to him, why haven't they been DP'd, and why haven't y'all went up to No Jumper to go shut the shit down? Because you guys are cowards. That's why. Respectfully. The professional said, I was embarrassed for 4 extras when I seen that. I was shocked. The thing is, I'm not surprised by it. But the thing is, it's crazy when you see the way this dude was able to recreate himself in people's minds. Like, but we already knew this shit. We watched Jason's lyric. We watched Friday and shit where the hard nigga who was beating up everybody had to really fight a nigga and couldn't hang. Not saying Forex just can't beat somebody up. I'm sure he can. He just ain't beating up Adam 22 at all. This nigga bigger, taller, and stronger than you by a lot. That's the fight that needs to happen. And then you'll understand why the white man took over the globe. Niggas was out there with loincloths and spirits, but wasn't eating their Wheaties and getting in bench pressing. Getting hoed. We watch WWF 100%. 100%. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But what I'm telling you is there's a time when you have to learn to separate fact from fiction, reality from fantasy. And that's what a lot of black people want to do. We want to live in a fantasy world. But then when we're forced to accept reality, we get pissed off. We're violently opposed, just like the quote says. That's the problem. We get mad and we want to call people feds and you a mark and you a snitch when people tell the truth. That's why our community is full of a bunch of people who lie for no reason. Because in the black community, it's easier to lie to people than to tell them the truth. Tell a black dude to come pick you up. That ain't going to be like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. That nigga 3 hours away. But it's easier to lie to you for this person than to tell you the truth and have to hear you say, bro, I thought you said you was 5 minutes away. Or for you to say, you know what, man, don't worry about it. I'm going to go find somebody else to take me. We don't like the truth for some reason in our community. And anybody who exposes the truth has to be a fed. And I'm not saying that these people are making a conscious effort to expose the truth. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that these people by default expose the truth because they put a camera or a microphone in front of a bunch of people who just want to run their mouth. That's the reality. There's a quote by C.S. Lewis that says, if you look for truth, you may find comfort in the end. If you look for comfort, you will not get either comfort or truth, only soft soap, wishful thinking to begin, and in the end, you will get despair. And that's what we get. That's what we get. If these indictments turn out to be true, all those people who lied to themselves, telling themselves that Big U was investing in the community, what do they get in the end? They get the pain of knowing that Big U was just tricking them, just making them look stupid, ultimately. Why? Why? Because you didn't want to see the truth. You wanted to say, well, Big U's investing. You know why? Y'all know why people make up bullshit and believe dumb stories? Because if Big U's doing it, you don't got to do it. Because if Big U's doing it, you get two fantasies you can live. Fanciful ideas that you can entertain. One, that Big U had nothing to do with the death of Nipsey Hussle. That's one. Two, that Big U's charitable efforts are a replacement for all the shit that Nipsey was doing. People will lie just so they can continue to entertain a fantasy. So they can continue to entertain something that's improbable. Almost totally impossible. Alan HB, my brother, in the building. Thank you for the $5 holler. Vlad has done more to solve the unsolved murder of Tupac than anybody. He should be thanked. I believe it. Negroes know who killed Tupac. That ain't unsolved. Negroes know who killed Tupac. They just don't want to. They just don't want to admit it. They just don't want to admit it. Hakeem Johnson, my brother, thank you for the $5 holler. If you're black and you have integrity, you're doomed amongst us. What is integrity? Integrity means that you're going to do the right thing even when you can do the wrong thing and not get caught. In layman's terms, integrity is the guy who say, you know what, I feel you, dog, I'm your homie, but I just can't be a part of this right here because it ain't right, allegedly. If the allegations are true. Negroes don't have integrity. Negroes have intensity, but we don't have integrity, most of us. You know what's integrity? I don't care how much money Adam 22 give me. I'm not going to get up there and say something that's going to put 3 or 4 of the homies in prison. I'm not going to get on this show, and just because I know thousands of people are going to see this, I'm going to show my ass, disparage other black men for views. And that's all I see. That's all I see. Dude's jumping up there. You talking about the next dude. Bro was 2 feet away from you. You didn't say nothing. Now you gone. Now you got all this shit to say. That's crazy to me. That's so diabolical to me. Where is the integrity? All the intensity. Boom, bam, boom, off the back. But where's the integrity? And none of this is no shots at 4 extras. I don't know 4 extras. They could be the coolest dude on earth for all I know. But it's just funny to talk about him because he has funny mannerisms. Shout out to my girl Sherniqua Dawson. I think Sherniqua, you use your name on YouTube. Shout out to my girl Sherniqua. I appreciate you, my sis, for the $13 holler in the Cash App. Shout out to my boy JP from the LB for the $5 holler in the Cash App. I appreciate that. Guys, we got Cash App, we got Super Chat, all these ways to contribute. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, if we get 10 Super Chats of $5 or more, we got 6 to go. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to let World Viral Daily come up here if you want to. And whoever else want to criticize what I'm doing. So share it to all your gangbanger friends. I'm going to still say the same shit. But I would love to hear criticisms of my message. Because I know that nobody in their right mind can criticize this message. I know that's you, Cernine. I know nobody in their right mind. Negroes can say a lot from the keyboard, oh, this and that. But in reality, they know I'm telling the truth. They know what I'm saying is true. But what I want to do right now, because I've criticized you all enough, VLADTV and Adam 22 recently sat down. First Adam brought in the kings of black hip-hop culture, VLADTV, DJ Academics, and Trap Lord Ross and WACK 100. These are your kings in himself. Then he brought them in to talk about this hip-hop and how the Rolling 60s got taken down, right? I'll show you that. I want to tell y'all how stupid y'all are. I wish y'all had some people from 60s that y'all could call to come on this thing. I want to show you, if you're from 60s, I want to show y'all how dumb you niggas are, real quick. Y'all can beat me up. I'm going to be on Slauson and Chris Shaw probably day after tomorrow. Beat me up. I'm going to Woody's. I post it on YouTube when I'm up there. I'm going to Woody's to get some rib tips, my nigga. whether you like it or not. Because if y'all can let these niggas get away with talking about y'all, man, y'all come at me. I'ma just be looking at y'all like, damn, y'all, y'all got smoke for the wrong guy. I want y'all to see something. I'm not even, listen, I'm gonna play this for a second. I want y'all to pay attention.
Episode of the Adam and WACK show. As you can see, we have assembled a star-studded panel, including two of my favorite hip-hop Caucasians.
Not a nigga in that room is from 60 CRIP. They politicking on y'all shit and they ain't even from y'all shit. Not a Negro in that. No, there's only two Negroes in that room. Remo. We don't know why that nigga be in there. There's not a single dude. 3 white dudes is now going to politic on what happened to the 60 Crips OG. And y'all worried about me? I'm hurting y'all feelings? You niggas look dumb. Straight up. 3 white dudes, shout out to them. I got nothing against them. Now they get to politic on your big homeboy going to jail for the shit he did to your community. They're not politicking on how big you extorted a white nigga up in Beverly Hills. They're not in there politicking on how big you had the owner of the damn Clippers paying him, giving out payola, or else. They're in there talking about how your big OG homeboy is in prison, is allegedly did all this shit and potentially is facing life in prison. That's how much power y'all really hold. They talking about your hood business and you're not even invited to the party. Make me accept that. Y'all got to get these super chats in so I can put this link in the fucking chat. I want the 60 Crips to come. I want them to come and explain this to me. Explain it to me. But if I'm walking around that motherfucker, y'all gonna come at me, where you from, and trying to pull a gun and all types of shit. What the hell? That's gangsta? This is gangsta. This is gangsta. These dudes is politicking on your hood business. They're profiting off of your trauma, and that doesn't make them the feds. That just makes them smarter than you are. That's why you're mad. Everybody smarter than you is somehow the feds, whether they're white or black. I'm just asking. Are they feds, or are they just more intelligent than you? You should be a fed too. You should be fed up with being made to look stupid every time you turn around. And that's directed at all black people across the board. I'm telling you, 600 the best thing that ever happened to you niggas. Because I think he would have been intelligent enough to say, nah, bro, if you're going to talk on the hood business, I need to be there. They're just smarter than you. And you're mad at me because I'm telling you honestly. You shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't be mad at me. You should be thanking me because I had the strength to do what your father never did, which was tell you the truth. Honestly, nigga, I really didn't want to have no kids. Your little ass was ugly anyway, and your mama coochie stank, and I didn't want to stay around. At least I'm being honest with you. If a nigga give me honesty, I'm going to be happy. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. These dudes right here hate the truth so much that when you honest, they want to kill you. When you honest, they want to gun you down. Ain't that about nothing? Ain't that about nothing? You be honest with a Negro, he want to kill you. But to sit up and kiki with a white dude who like, well, basically I'm using your ass for views. And I got no issue with Adam. I messaged Adam. I told him I was going to do this video and talk about him a little bit. He ain't ever did nothing to me, and I don't think he's ever did anything to anyone. other than give them a platform, give them a microphone, and allow them to crash out. And you know what's funny? They go to jail for stupid shit that has nothing to do with no jumper, and then all of a sudden Adam is the feds. That's not his fault. That's not his fault because you're not man enough to manage your life, to keep your situations under control in a way that doesn't put you in jail. He's not the feds. He's just smarter than you. Bro, shit dysfunctional as a motherfucker. But you don't see him crashing out getting put in jail. I mean, it's not dysfunctional. To me, it would be dysfunctional. To him, it's his life and he loves it. And I'm happy for him. We be criticizing the wrong people. We criticize the highly successful businessmen who have made millions off of you Negroes telling y'all business, but we don't never criticize the black people doing the shit. The black people making them rich and never saying, you know what? I could get paid off of telling my own. I could get paid off of telling my own business. Nah, it's too easy to go to no jumper, sit on the couch, and sing your damn life away and tell all your dirty little secrets because he got a microphone and a couch for you to sit on. Bro, you can buy a microphone and you can buy a couch. At least if you go to the feds, your bank account gonna be fat because you done made all this social media money off of telling your business. You know what? But I'm wrong. Brandon, you just a coon.
DJ Vlad and Trap Lord Ross, as well as the biggest Pyro himself, WAG 100, obviously. And then behind us, we got Remo. Academics is on the way. Should be here in like 15, 20 minutes. I don't know where this conversation is going to go, but I guess at least to start, I want to just acknowledge two.
These dudes are the dudes who these niggas called nerds. Trap Lord Ross, VLADTV. They're making, these dudes are, these are the real OGs of these gangs, these black gangs in LA. These are the real OGs. I'm gonna be real with you. Because they are the ones who are running these niggas. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm sorry to say, if you mad at me, you need to reevaluate your life. These are the OGs right here. Lined up, including Remo. Remo the feds. Remo be snitching. Okay, what y'all did about it? Nothing. Adam is the feds. He be the, what y'all do about it? Nothing. Wax the feds. What did you do? Nothing. Trap Lord Ross the feds. What you do? Nothing. Come to my hood. Let me show you around. Vlad TV. That nigga so cold, he won't even sit in the room with your dumb ass. These are the OGs of the black hoods all over America. They sitting up in there like a bunch of mob bosses. They've grown wealthy off of your stupidity. And you're mad. That's all it is. You're mad. And the only thing you can say is, you the feds. You the feds. Boy, that's getting you somewhere. Boy, they are hurt. They are cut to the quick by you calling them the feds. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn so much. They'll tell you where they at and where they going to be at a certain time, and you're not going to do shit about it. I'm not mad at them. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. And me, I say stuff like, you don't want to get into that like realm. You know, I don't want to be putting black dudes down. But God damn it, y'all putting yourself down at this point. Trapper or Ross call you, yeah, man, come to the hood. Bro, Vlad TV and Remo was on O Block. A black man can't even walk on O Block. But Adam went over there at night and was never worried about a damn thing happening to him. I want to read this one. He said, Adam said, dudes really wake up and leave a YouTube comment calling me, Ack, and Vlad the feds and think they're doing something. That's what Adam put on Instagram. Hold on. The feds got me. That's what Adam put on Instagram 2 hours ago. They call us the feds and think they're doing something with a laughing face. realize how stupid you guys are? What clowns you are? A room full of white dudes making more money off of your trauma than you making. At least back in the day, niggas would sell they hood stories to John Singleton and he'll make a movie and dudes will get paid millions. Y'all giving all y'all hood stories away for pennies on the dollar on podcasts. I was telling somebody the other day, wait until they let these dudes in jail start getting podcast equipment. I promise you, I'm going to give an idea to all these governors in all these states. Let these dudes in prison do podcasts and tell them you're going to take 89% of the profit and it's going directly to the state and they can have 11% of the profit put on their books. Bro, they'll shut down the damn internet. We won't be able to get a penny off the internet because that's where a lot of the black talent is, in prison. That's where a lot of black people's mind is, in prison. Black people talk all this shit. Oh, the white man, the white man, the white man. Bro, if somebody get on the internet talking about being in jail and getting hit in the butt cheeks, y'all gonna watch it. 10 million views. You can't convince me that black people are not in a state of mental imprisonment. We love consuming things about being locked up, taken advantage of, victims of violence or victimizers who perpetuate violence against others. We love that shit. And you gonna tell me that these Negroes' minds is healthy and that when they say somebody a fed or when they say somebody ain't right, that I'm supposed to take that seriously? Are you out your fucking mind? I would be the fool to take you Negroes seriously. I would be the fool to be afraid of you Negroes. Because I'm not. That's why I could walk in a place like No Jumper with my head held high. I know your ass is dumb. You done got on the internet and told all your fucking business. I know your ass is stupid. I don't gotta say it because I know it's true. 100%. And if you tell me I'm lying, prove it. I went up there. How much Long Beach business did I tell on that motherfucker? Nothing. I said, what's the topics? Let's comment on them. I debated the Hebrew Israelite nigga who liked to get hit in the butt cheeks. And I left it at that and I got on. I was supposed to go up there to talk to Myron, fresh and fit. But the bitch ass nigga Myron didn't want me sitting in on the conversation. I was supposed to sit right there with Adam and talk to the fresh and fit, the little ugly black dude and the little ugly ass Somalian dude. But hey, those dudes make the stipulations because they're the big guys. They didn't want to sit with me. I didn't have to sell one hood secret for that opportunity. And shout out to Flacco and Adam for giving me that opportunity. Whatever that bitch ass nigga is. Bro supposed to be like, oh, young brother? Hell yeah, bring him on. Let's put him on. He act like a hoe? That's okay with me. I don't like Brandon, hood movies, or these podcasts. Like VLADTV are boring. Well, when you from the hood, who want to sit up who from the hood and talk about the hood all day? Niggas live this shit. Why am I about to be sitting up here talking about this? That's what I'm saying. Like, talk about something else. But these fools can't speak on nothing else. Hey, get the super chats up so I could drop the link in the comments. I want the hood boogers up here. I want you guys defending yourselves because I know you're watching. Hey, if you from the hood, share this to your 10 hardest homies. I want them up here. I got questions. But until then, do y'all want me to keep going? Do y'all want me to break down the other video where Vlad TV and Adam 22 sit down and talk about the situation with Big U?
Well, what's going on, bro? Nigga who was a
I mean, I could do that. These dudes kill me. All these dudes at No Jumper kill me. Oh, this nigga not affiliate. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Niggas swear they hard, bro. You fought a damn drug addict. That That don't make you tough. These dudes be killing me, bro. I swear to God. Show niggas how to write up a business plan. Then I'll be impressed. Until then, shut up. Because all y'all are profiting off of Adam's ability to put people together and make money. Not a single one of these dudes can leave no jumper and imitate or recreate Adam's success. Not a single one. But I have the audacity to try to talk about how the next person shouldn't be on that motherfucker. Like, bro, none of y'all are essential. None of y'all are essential, bro. Adam has proven that time and time again. Adam is the GOAT. He done lost so many star players and bounced back stronger every time. When bro lost CRIP Mac, y'all thought bro was done. Bro came back with 4 extras. 4 extras gone. Bro still doing it. What's my conversation about? Read the title. I'm going to find this clip right now. I think it's on No Jumper Clips. Oh, right here. DJ Vlad on Big U being accused of murdering dude who made a diss track about him.
The Big U thing is...
We'll go through this one. And after I'm done with this one, if we got because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. If y'all give me 6 more super chats, we opening it up. And I want y'all to, I want to open up so y'all go crazy. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to, honestly. Because I feel like the people who know better got to make it clear to these idiots that we know better and that we watching them and that we think that they're dumb. I'm telling you. The only way you're going to help your community is by calling out dudes like this, letting them know we are not scared of you. You're not pumping no fear in nobody. And you need to tighten up or continue to be criticized. The way we criticize the white man when he do something to him, to us, we need to criticize our own like that. You got to start in your own house first. Dudes have to understand, if I do XYZ, these motherfuckers is really coming after me. My girl, Vanessa. Dudes have to understand that. Because until they understand it, they're going to keep operating as goofies in your community. Let's do this.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like this probably might not have risen to the level of this massive takedown if it wasn't for this one murder that they're alleging. That he had an artist that he was working with who I guess previously played football under him because he was a high school football coach. And this artist at one point was supposed to record in Big U's studio in Vegas. Somehow he wasn't happy with the rates that they were charging him or something. If it's his artist, I don't know why they were charging him anything to record in the space. But either way, he then records a diss song about Big U. So Big U finds out about this diss song, which I'm not sure that this diss song has ever been released. If it does.
So you have an artist, you send them to Vegas to record, but you're charging them to use the studio? And I think they said they sent him out there to record with an award-winning producer. But why is this guy paying for it? That's what I'm saying. This ain't business. This is bullcrap. This is business. Negro business. It doesn't have to make sense. It's business in name only. It's not being executed in a professional manner at all. You got an artist who's supposed to be making tracks for your record label, but you're charging them to use the studio. Come on, man. Adam is only calling out the obvious. Solvang, California. You guys should go check that place out.
Does get released, we're going to really have to go through the lyrics with a fine-tooth comb because that's insane. And then Big U, apparently, according to the feds, was so upset about this that he shot the kid in the head, drove him into the desert, and left his body there. Now,
It's a diss song that ain't nobody ever heard. The guy's recorded on y'all equipment. Why are you so upset? A diss song, which would have probably made you more famous. It's crazy to me.
Now, this situation is one that Christopher Lovejoy, aka 600, who's a close associate of WACK 100, had been drawing a ton of attention to before it actually broke. And WACK himself also had kind of been acknowledging it publicly. And before the takedown took place, you were seeing a ton of people on the internet saying basically that this was disgusting and that, you know, guys like WACK and 600 shouldn't be wishing prison upon people, etc. Then the indictment comes down and it's kind of like, oh, you guys were talking about some real shit, I guess.
Well, didn't you say that 600 was with the feds when the house was being raided or something like that?
Big U said that 600 was with them. I don't necessarily know that that's true. I saw a clip that I believe 600 filmed where he was driving up to Big U's house, which was taped off, and he was filming it, and he was asking the cops outside, "Hey, what are you doing? What was this situation or whatever?" They raided the house. Big U wasn't actually there, but yeah, I don't think 600 was actually like rolling with the cops in that situation. That would be very out of the ordinary.
Well, they're speaking on the situation Big U with Big U. If you're black and you speak about Big U, oh nigga, you need to shut up talking about the homie. But if they talk about Big U, you'll call them the feds, but you're not going to threaten them or do anything about it. That's because they run you niggas. That's why. Adam runs you niggas. Vlad runs you niggas. WACK 100 runs you niggas. And y'all mad. Y'all can't do nothing about it. Bro, WACK 100 diss Nipsey Hussle, that nigga from 60s, like the best thing y'all ever generated, besides Lovejoy. And he's still walking around like, la 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 la. Boy walking around like AJ Johnson and Friday. Not worried about nothing. Nigga wake up every day, the sun is shining, the birds are singing. There's only two possibilities. Either y'all are secretly in cahoots with the nigga, or y'all ain't really the people y'all made yourself out to be all these years. I'm just saying, don't kill a messenger.
I mean, Big U has been like a figure on the internet now for quite a while. Like definitely after my interview with him.
Yeah.
Like
everybody knows about him.
Everybody knew who Big U was.
Done a bunch of TV stuff and all that.
TV stuff. Lots of people have dissed him in various ways on the internet and so forth. I've had conversations. I remember there was a whole Loose Cannon thing where, you know, Loose was saying how Big U somehow set up Nipsey, you know.
Which now a lot of people are looking at a little differently now. That
I don't think that happened on any level. I don't think so. I remember I called you. That was one of our conversations. I was like, yo, man, I'm sorry you're going through this bullshit. Like, this is just dumb. You know what I'm saying? I think I went on No Jumper and I talked about it afterwards.
So VLADTV, right? And I wish this dude was watching this, because this is why you need somebody who's actually going to ask the damn questions in the room. Okay, Vlad, I don't think Big U did that. First of all, fuck what you think, okay? First of all. Second of all, why don't we play you the video of someone on live saying justice for Nipsey, and Big U and some other dudes from 60s laughing their ass off. I'm talking about the dude didn't even get the words out of his mouth. He was like, justice for Nipsey. And they laughing hard. And you're going to turn around and tell me that you don't think that it's possible that bro's connected to the death of Nipsey Hussle? See, that's the thing about Vlad, too. Vlad knows that y'all ain't shit. And he carries himself like he knows that. Adam, at least, will be buddies with you. He'll fuck with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? More try to be like, have like a little more camaraderie with you. Vlad is like, I'm up here in these and they're down there. Why would I interact with them on any real level? Adam is like the white kid that don't realize he white yet. He don't realize that he not supposed to be really playing with y'all. Just deal with y'all, you know, at a distance and still make his money. Vlad is already there, right? But tell me, I want y'all to, like, have y'all all seen that video? Give me a one in the comments if you've seen the video where Big U and the other dudes from 60s are laughing hard as hell at the death of Nipsey Hussle. Give me a one in the comments. You know why? Because for this guy to say he doesn't think bro's connected to that or he had nothing to do with it, bro obviously hasn't seen that video. Because I don't know one man who laughed at another man's death after that, when that person knows that there are people who believe they have something to do with it.
And it's just like, he's like, yeah, man, this is just the bullshit I got to deal with. But like, I never got the impression that you really, you're going to kill someone over, you're going to kill an unknown rapper over a diss song.
Right. Sounds kind of bizarre.
Nobody will really hear.
Yeah.
Really? You're gonna kill a rapper that no one's ever heard of.
As of yet, I don't even know if anybody knows that person's rap name, the kid who got killed. Listen, never mind if he ever even put music out on any serious level.
Okay, like if Drake killed Kendrick over Not Like Us being performed at the Super Bowl, I think I would be like, all right, we kind of get it.
Yeah, bad decision, but we understand where the impulse came
right.
from.
It's just like he finally reached his breaking point when it's performed at the goddamn Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, you know, whereas like Kendrick probably A minor, like the whole crowd, the whole Super Bowl singing it, you know, living rooms around the country or singing along to the shit. I'm sure at one point it's like I'm fucking sick of this.
Man, shut the fuck up. This dude Vlad pisses me off because he thinks that because he can put a camera in somebody's face, ask a few questions, now he has a total understanding of what everybody likes and what everybody doesn't. First of all, dumbass, C Murder, a dude who was way richer than Big Eugene, killed a unknown rapper for beating him in a rap battle, murdered him, dead. C Murder was a multi-millionaire. His brother was Master P at that time was richer than God. And C Murder killed that dude for just beating him in a rap battle. He's in prison right now for the rest of his life. You know how many people who are rich or well-known or reputable have went to jail for killing people who they could have just brushed off like nothing? So to say, I just don't see him doing that. Bro, you could even watch hood movies where people did shit like that. Like, let's be real. Dudes killing crackheads and fiends and shit. They don't have to do that, but they do it because they have an overinflated sense of self. They think they're untouchable. They think, oh, nigga, how dare you try to come at me? And it happens a lot in the music industry, in the entertainment. I don't see him doing that. What are you talking about, bro? These OG dudes, these freaking wannabe OG dudes, they always victimizing people over minor shit. You never heard of Suge Knight? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Look at Tupac. Tupac is dead because he beat up a nobody. Somebody that don't nobody know or care about. I know dudes from Long Beach. Famous dudes with money beating up dudes who don't nobody even know. Getting sued and shit. What are you talking about, man? What the hell are you talking about? Nipsey Hussle beat up Lil Shitty. Nipsey Hussle could have been like, nigga, I don't even see you. Allegedly, he beat him up. This is what people in the hood do. Unnecessary dumb shit that eventually gets them killed or arrested. That's the nature of gangbanging. That's the nature of hood, stupid hood activity. I don't think he would do that. You're not from the hood, Vlad. Excuse me. You're not from the hood. You think because some black dude call and talk to you nice, oh, he's an inherently good person. No, bro. No. He talks to you nice because he feels like he can benefit in some way. A black person will be nice to Vlad TV just to say, bro, I be talking to Vlad all the time. He be hitting me up because these Negroes want to stay relevant. They want to be attached to something that's bigger than them. Something to bring them to notoriety. Do I think that dude was jealous of Nipsey? Hell fucking yeah, I think he was jealous of Nipsey. He wanted the one thing Nipsey got that he could never get. Fame and stardom. He wanted his name to ring bells. He wanted to walk out on stage and everybody knew who he was. And the bitches start screaming. Because he's never experienced that. He never had it. He doesn't have the talent for that. Come on, man. I totally believe it. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I can see it happening.
I'm so tired of hearing not like us and these fake file statements that I'm finally just going to snap. And I have a whole bunch of people that are 10 times removed from me that'll handle it. And I'm done. So you're going to tell me that a 50-something-year-old man who's been enjoying being out of prison for a very long time is going to go and kill someone himself over a diss song?
That being said,
it
though,
just sounds dumb, doesn't it?
But so much of what Loose Cannon has
dumb?
alleged that is basically also this indictment. Like, why would a guy who's in his 50s, who's presumably got a nice, cushion of money and doesn't need to be out here extorting people, why would he be running up in weed dispensaries and strip clubs and basically demanding cash for protection from them? It's like, I feel like a lot of these guys,
I have no idea about anything.
once they become career criminals, I think it's harder than we would think to let go of that life.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't think so. Come on, man. You know how many people who are rich kill people? Do you know how many people who are wealthy hire hitmen to kill their wives and their husbands and their mistresses and all this type of stuff? The guy Vlad is basically saying he doesn't think Big U operated like a typical hood supposed OG operate. That's how these dudes operate, guys. Loose Cannon worked with the dude and is telling you what the dude was doing. The type of dumb, petty stuff he was doing. If you're not in that mindset, why would you even be around somebody like Loose Cannon? That's my question. Why would you even be around somebody like Loose Cannon? Why are you even being brought up in indictments if you're not that guy? I don't think that he would do that. Well, why don't you put some money on his books and get him a lawyer since you're so confident that he wouldn't do it? Didn't say I was going to do all that. This guy, oh, Vlad is Jewish. He admitted he's Jewish. He's Jewish. He's like a Russian Jew or some shit like that. But, which is fine. That's neither here nor there. Who's not Jewish is Adam. Adam kind of looks French. My mechanic's French and he kind of looks like him. But honestly, but I feel like Vlad, like, as much as he tries to separate himself from black people, ignorant black folks, he kind of has the same mindset as an ignorant black person. Why would he do that? Why would C Murder kill the nobody rapper for dissing him? That's my question. Why did Yella Beezy kill Mo3? Because when you're in the Negro mind state, the impossible becomes possible. You're doing things that don't make any damn sense because you're just reacting emotionally. Most gang members are emotional people. Emotional, reactionary people. And some people learn how to suppress that. Other people learn how to hide that shit. Do you know why WACK 100 and Big U? Do you understand why WACK 100 could say all that shit about Big U and Big U never do nothing to him? And why WACK and Big U could say shit about WACK 100 and WACK 100 never do nothing? Bro, they both got hitters. They both got young, dumb crash outs who will go do shit for them. It's obvious. It's obvious. The only difference is WACK 100 is a bit smarter than Big U, and he's more well-spoken than Big U. Big U doesn't have the charisma like WACK 100. So WACK 100 could be all out in front of the cameras and shit, talking shit, making these dudes from these different hoods look dumb as hell, and profit from it. Big U is not that type of OG, quote unquote. He's more of the behind the scenes, the brawn. WACK 100 ain't no big, physically imposing dude that somebody be scared of. Big U is. But Big U is big enough to get people to do shit for him because they scared of him. And then if they can't do it, he'll come in and be like, okay, now I'm going to come deal with your ass. They just have the same hood resources. So they're on the same hood level. And a lot of these dudes getting out of prison go and get young crash outs and still be in the same lifestyle. They're no longer the person who executes the dumb shit. You know how many dudes then got out of jail, been out of jail 10, 15 years, still doing crime? They're just behind the scenes now. They go to little homie, hey, bro, I got 2 strikes. I can't get caught up doing this shit. Man, but if you go, you don't even got a record. Come on, man. We've all heard that speech. And what the internet is doing, thank God, is it's making people privy to the very real conversations that happen that explain nonsense that to most people seems impossible. Like, how the hell did this end up happening? Let me give my boy Zart. Thank you for the $5 holler. Not from the hood, but I just think our people could do better. Passive income, a business, royalties, or something else sounds interesting. Styles P, the rapper who was with the Locks, he just made a post. It's too many legal ways to get money out here for dudes to still be on street shit talking about they did it for the money.
We've seen a lot of people do it. Terrence Gangster Williams, he did a great job. He left his violent past behind,
Well, I think it happens. I remember speaking to Chi Ali, and he was saying how recidivism happens when people get out younger in life, but when they get out older in life, it doesn't happen very often.
Right.
You get out in your 50s, everyone that you hung around during the time that you were out is either dead, in jail, or has really left this life completely behind, moved away, doesn't want anything to do with it, or is fucked up off of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Look, Chi Ali killed somebody. I've never heard of him getting a parking ticket since that time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He's, I believe, in his 50s as well. Or his 40s at the very latest, at the very youngest. So it's just like someone like a Big U who is in his 50s, who hasn't done jail time in a long time, who is generally well respected, I think, especially in LA.
For sure. Feared and respected, for sure.
Yeah, but once you get to know him, I've never had any, once I got to know Big U, before I was a little worried about, I remember after the interview, I was like, hey, do you want me to run the titles by you before we put them on? He's like, oh man, do whatever you want. Do you. I don't care about that. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is not the rep. And
he summed it up. He doesn't really care about what you're doing. So you don't have to worry about him. He don't care about what you're doing. You're a hip hop reporter, hip hop podcast, a hip hop interviewer. Why would he be worried about you? You're not the feds. You're not asking too many questions. But I promise you, let that dude think he's in a position to extort your ass. You'll learn a whole, based on what is alleged, you'll probably learn a lot of things about Big Eugene that you never knew. That's what I hate. Oh, I don't think he's this because the way he interacted with me, dude, who the hell do you think you are? You ain't in the hood with this dude. You ain't opening businesses in this community.
Reputation, not to say what people are like if you push them hard enough, but I'm saying I've never been scared of Big U since that interview. I've called him. He always picks up the phone. We always have cool conversations. There's never anything negative. Cool dude. You know, whenever WACK would speak about him, I would always cut that part out because I'm like, I don't agree with this. Like,
Yeah.
You know, and y'all two were friends at one point.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
I was real cool with Big U at one point, but I remember when I first started the podcast with WACK, Brick three-wayed me on FaceTime, and it was with Big U. And Big U told me something along the lines of, hey, we cool, but I can't fuck with you. Because I was doing a podcast with WACK. You know, and it was basically what he was inferring was, I'm not going to do anything to you. You are fucking with my bro Brick, so I got to give you a little bit of leeway or whatever. But you're doing a podcast with this guy that I 1000% do not with, so I'm not having anything to do with you. And I knew that kind of thing was probably coming when I started doing the podcast with WACK.
Yeah, but for example, I never got that phone call because although I have WACK as a regular guest, I've always just avoided this topic.
I think I also was the first person to kind of like normalize WACK in a little bit more of the mainstream hip hop space. Not to say that he didn't already have his own thing going on, but as far as platforms really embracing WACK,
it was you.
Kind of cracked it open. And also, I wasn't editing anything out. He was talking about Big U, and I was attempting to put up a little bit of an argument and, you know, present the other side or whatever, but it's difficult when you're dealing with WACK.
I was just cutting it out, and I'm just like, me and you are cool.
I don't even think he has a Fed. I mean, Hakeem, I don't even think he has Fed sensibilities, because a Fed would have been like, let me like agitate this situation to see what comes of it. Let me dig to see how far I can go before this dude starts looking at me like, damn, this dude might be a Fed. Vlad is someone who looks at black people, or these hip hop people at least, as if they're beneath him, right? So what he thinks of a situation supersedes anything that is coming out about the situation. Vlad is basically like, my opinion is more valid than evidence. Because right now, this man is indicted by the feds, and this dummy keeps saying, I don't think he did that. Bro, the feds ain't bringing up a case against you off of no lightweight bullshit or some hearsay. They clearly have evidence. Bro, allegedly these dudes have DNA evidence linking Big U to this situation. And you're still talking about, oh, I don't think he did it. Shut the hell up, dude. This dude sounds dumb, but there's probably a reason why he's doing it. I don't know what the reason is. You guys are smarter than me. But what I know is this. We are 4 super chats and or cash apps away from opening up this panel. I got my boy Hakeem. He's in the chats. We got Nicole in the chat. Somebody sounded real goofy, but I'm sure they have an opinion. We got the professional in the chat. We got Zarth. We got my girl Vanessa, a real heavy hitter. I think you guys want to hear what these people have to say about this situation. We got Alan HB waiting in the chat, another heavy hitter. I want to bring him up here, but we got to get these 4 super chats. We got to make this worth it on a Sunday. Bless the church, drop the tides, and let's get it cracking so we can bring it up and we can spend another 30 minutes to an hour, you know, getting some different opinions on this topic.
Me and Big U are cool, and I'm not getting in the middle of this. Because honestly,
me and Big U are cool. I'm not getting, bro, who the fuck do you think you are, bro? This dude ain't nowhere near the hood. But he's making it seem like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hate on Vlad. Vlad, whatever you say, dude.
I honestly felt the two of them were going to be cool again at some point.
Yeah.
I just felt this was just temporary. You know what I'm saying? I think like once you get to know WACK, you realize that like a lot of times it doesn't run that deep in terms of like his, you know, what he says online and so forth. Because like leading up to me and him being cool, he was still like talking shit about me, you know, on Clubhouse and stuff like that. Like there's been a bunch of negative shit he said about me, but it's like once we became cool, it's like all that just didn't matter.
Once we became cool, you mean once you realized that you could make money off of him? That's what that means. Nicole, Why don't you stop talking shit in the comments and come up here and say whatever it is you gotta say? Oh, mush mouth ass person in the comments trying to argue with the host. I said what I said. My boy Wild Funk kicked down. We need 3 more super chats, bro. If you that gangster, drop $15. Bam, get up here and say what you gotta say. I'm gonna put the link is ready to be posted. The link is ready to be posted. Y'all feel that strong? Y'all feel that strongly about it? Drop the contribution. Get up here and say what you gotta say. Just because I go in on somebody doesn't mean I can't go on their show. What does that mean? But listen, if they're willing to have me on their show after I've said exactly what I think about them, I give them credit because they are not a reactionary, emotional pussy. Straight up. Hey, listen, Nicole really want to get up here. Run your facts, run your facts. What facts do I need? What facts do I need? I got the 2 facts that's going to kill any argument that is presented. I have the 2 facts that's going to kill any argument that's presented. I got 3 facts. I got 3 facts that's going to kill any argument that's presented. If y'all want to hear those facts, contributions. We need 3 more and we Gucci. We up here. I got the link ready to post. But anyway, man, I wish Flacco or Adam would come up here. Because I really would love to talk to them about this situation and just about how these dudes are calling them the feds. And it's like, what have they done to get this label of being feds? I don't understand. Like, I do understand it, obviously. I do understand it. Because when people hate the truth and they hate facts, they got to throw out accusations against everybody to keep them from having to face reality. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. Let me play this. Because this dumb Vlad, I can't think. Big U had nothing to do with Nipsey and his death and all that. Bro, I'm going to show y'all. Listen, I'm going to show y'all the video again of the way Big U and these other dudes from 60s laughed at Nipsey, a dude who said justice for Nipsey. And I want y'all to tell me if y'all can watch this and tell me that this dude didn't have some type of jealousy or animosity against Nipsey. Here goes some dudes from 60s. They are on live. People are commenting, right? Somebody comments justice for Nip. I want y'all to listen to this laugh and tell me whether or not y'all think that this dude has some type of animosity or jealousy of Nipsey Hussle.
Justice for Nip. Justice for Nip. Justice for Nip. Justice for Nip. Justice for Nip.
So that's y'all dead homeboy. Somebody comments in the comments, justice for Nip. And y'all laughing that hard at that statement in a mocking way. Yeah, that's Kev Mac. That's Kev Mac. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I had the homie call me talking about, nah, Kev Mac didn't say. Bro, this man is dead, laid up in the ground. Dead. Somebody comments, justice for Nip. Facts, justice for Nip. A homeboy would have been like, man, we miss Nip every day. Rest in peace to Nip. This was the reaction.
Justice for Nip.
Justice for my dead homeboy And I'm laughing hard as fuck. That's what I'm telling you. In the black community, you have to believe bullshit that you know is not true. You have to believe bullshit that you know is not true. Don't believe what you saw and what you heard. Believe what some dumb person who knows less than you about it say. I'm watching it. I see the hatred in these niggas' heart for Nipsey Hussle. Because people don't even laugh at death, even if it's the death of their mortal enemy. Because it's nothing to laugh about. But you're laughing at the death of your homeboy? Africulture Concepts, y'all send 2 more so we can get this dude Nicole on the panel. Nicole on the panel. Shout out to Africulture Concepts, my brother. Sticks and Stones, bring them up, bro, with the popcorn. Shout out to you, Sticks and Stones. Shout out to you and my bros. Hey, the bros have demanded it. So I'm going to put the link in the comments. You goofy Negroes can come up here. Come tell me. Come explain to me why somebody said justice for Nip. This dude little homeboy. This dude little homeboy. And they laughing. Explain it to me. And then go look back at what this dumbass VLADTV said. Oh, I don't think he had anything to do with it. Please, if he didn't have nothing to do with it, he was happy as hell that it happened.
Justice for Dip. Justice for Dip. Justice for Dip.
Look at this. Look. Somebody just said justice for my dead homeboy. I didn't play it. Damn, guys. But I can't believe that. I gotta believe what some nigga said me. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Midwest LB. Like you said, Brandon, the best thing that ever happened in the 60s. Also, this world, to be honest, Nipsey Hussle was the best rapper ever. Man, listen. He did more than any of these other rappers did, enriching his community. And actually made positive change in his community. And what he deserves in the eyes of these Negroes, what he deserves is for people to laugh and mock his death. Right? But that's what I keep telling y'all. These Negroes will accept anything. They'll accept anything and try to make an excuse for it. They will accept anything and try to make an excuse for it. The link is in the comments. You good, bro. I knew what you meant. Koi CPT, he laughed the way I do when my salary just dropped into my bank account. 100%. He laughed like he had a disdain for bro. And honestly, how many Negroes from 60s saw that? Because that video went viral. How many dudes from the rap community, from 6-0, from this and that, dudes Nipsey put on, saw that and didn't even say nothing? Just let it ride. Had to play a double reverse Uno card in their brain to convince themselves that that wasn't exactly what we know it was. That's crazy to me. Them no good dusty Negroes didn't deserve Nipsey Hussle. That's the reality. Nipsey Hussle should have been born a white man and enrich his white community and keep crapping all over you Negroes. I said it when he was alive. I said, man, Nipsey needs to go back to Eritrea. Go build over there where people are actually going to appreciate it. Because these Negroes are ungrateful. They're ungrateful. DJ Vlad would have been sucking Nipsey's ass to get him up on this bullshit. And then gonna say, I don't think he had anything to do with it. You know why I don't think he had anything to do with it? Because I don't think he had anything to do with it. No facts, no figures, no nothing. Why would somebody 50 years old, why would he murder kill a battle rapper? That's my question to you. Why would Suge Knight do the shit he did that landed him in prison? Wild Funk, 100%. You got a bunch of dudes coming out. Oh, Big, you deserve everything you got. Yeah, but your coward ass wasn't doing nothing about it when he was doing it. I'm just telling you. Everybody. Wait, you got to send me the link or something. I don't know.
When Nipsey died, right? When Nipsey got killed, we probably had about 300, 375, 400 kids that was in our program. And I had the travel basketball team. We had a contract with Adidas that was worth about $3 million that Kanye West gave us.
Wow.
And then I had like a bunch of other different contracts. And for a nonprofit, we were really thriving. Then Nipsey gets killed. Well, after Nipsey get killed, then the rumor goes out, Big U had something to do. We lost everything.
You lost all those.
Everyone, I tell you everything.
Wow.
Kanye stopped answering the phone. Adidas stopped answering the phone. And I ended up almost going dead broke because we already committed to these teams. When Nipsey died.
Now, this dude is talking about when Nipsey died, they lost all these contracts and shit, right? Here's my speculation on the situation. This is only speculation, but this is what I conclude based on my understanding of Negroes. When this dude got all those contracts because of Nipsey, bro started thinking with nigga logic. One, rappers are usually more famous and worth more dead than when they're alive. Two, these people will keep these contracts with us in honor of Nipsey's death. Three, I'm the one running the programs. If Nipsey is gone, they've already given us contracts, so they won't rescind these contracts. I'll be able to make a bunch of money and use the fact that I had these contracts with Adidas and Yeezy and all this stuff to market my programs in the future. That's black folks. That's Negro thinking. I can do this. I can get away with this. I can get away with this because the person's name is more important than that person actually being here. That's exactly what they did with Tupac. He thought he was going to, listen, bro, listen. He thought he was going to do what Suge and them did with Tupac and Biggie. This guy's going to, speculation, this guy's going to pass away. I'm going to be able to market the memory of this dude and make millions, right? Here's the problem. Nipsey wasn't as famous as Tupac and Biggie. That was his biggest hurdle. Two, Nipsey was an LA rapper. He didn't have a catalog that was extensive as Tupac, right? So the scheme just backfired. That's what happened. The scheme did not manifest the way he thought it was. I almost went dead broke. How did you almost go dead broke with all them contracts from all those people? The scheme didn't work. Damn. Hold on, bro. I'm open your link real quick. The scheme didn't work. And I'm telling you, you have so many people like this guy, Big U. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm just trying to get to this damn link. Hold on. I'm just trying to. I don't know what's going on with my stuff. You put the link in the comments or you sent it to me? Oh, you texted to me. Hey, hold on. Hold on. Let me but it's just Negro thinking. So do I think that Big U could have been behind it or has something to do with it? Hell yeah. Do I think that he could have had a bird brain scheme and it didn't go the way he planned? Hell yeah. Guys, these guys are not geniuses. These guys aren't dudes who are known for their brain power. These are dudes who basically use bullying to extort people. And they try to work a hustle into something legitimate. Hell yeah. There's no way I'm not going to think that. Hold on. I sent it to myself in my email. For some reason, my chat is not popping up. I don't know why. But, okay, let me see. Did you send me a link from Instagram? Hey, JP, send me, Sticks and Stones. Send me the link in Instagram. That way I could just pull it up. Send it to me on Instagram. Who? Oh. All right, let me see. All right, I'm in Instagram waiting for you to send it to me in a message. And guys, we got it open up for panel discussion. If you guys want to come up here and talk about it, we're open. The link to come up is in the comments. All right, let me see.
So I signed Nipsey to Unique Music, to my to Aramis Astrodome, to my label, to Unique Music. And then Steve was 10% management and I was 10% management because it didn't make no sense for us to go get another manager.
Right.
And so we started pushing on that. So I signed him to it was signed to a 10-year production contract, which started in 2009, which would end 2019.
Crazy.
Hello. But I ain't tripping off of that because, you know, it is what it is. But I do have that. You know what I mean? So
Wait, so your deal with Nipsey was 10 years.
it was 10 years.
It was a 10.
It was 10 years, 25% of publishing to Aramis Astrodome.
Oh, wow. So 09 to 2019.
09 to 2019.
So technically Victory Lap.
Hello.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Help me. Okay. Because when I first met Nip was
Wait a minute. Damn. I never even, man, that's a whole bar. So bro basically got rich off of Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap album, and then Nipsey died. So Nipsey died March 31st, 2019. So basically, listen, man, I'm not gonna I'm gonna speculate, but that ain't no damn coincidence. That ain't no damn coincidence. You only had Nipsey till 2019. So you said, okay, I'm gonna make a bag offer, bro. Then I'm gonna get rid of him. Wow. And if you think the feds ain't connecting those dots, no, 100%. If you think the feds are not connecting those dots, then you a new fool. Nipsey Hussle died on March 31st, 2019, after the release of Victory Lap. Bro basically was like, I got my bag off you, but you won't live to make another bag for nobody else, including yourself. And let me tell you, from personal experience, from what we know about our community, that's exactly the way these dudes think. That is exactly the way these dudes think. I got what I need out of you. Same like Suge and all them dudes. Once I get what I want out of you, it's time to go. I'm going to make you pay for offending me. Then they going to connect the dots. It's over. Yeah, of course, the DA going to connect the dots. You think Big U's that diabolical? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If he killed this young boy, Rayshawn, I'll know he's that diabolical. Bro, these old dudes don't give a damn about no fame. They've seen many famous people come and go. Of course he wasn't going to re-sign with his ass. That's the issue. That's the issue. I want you to re-sign with me. We going to keep this shit 6-0. Nah, bro, I'm not doing it. Nah, bro, I'm not doing it. All right, you got to go. This is what these dudes do. Man, justice for them. Ha, ha, ha. Of course I saw Sticks and Stones. But they want to convince us that we didn't see what we saw. They don't want us to believe our lying eyes. The professional, it's not over the top. You know, this is light work in our community, the way these Negroes are so diabolical. Stop. Especially in the music industry. especially in the music industry. They're not letting you go. They're not letting you go when you was they meal ticket. Bro, think about this. These dudes got homes, cars, kids in school, programs they running. They running all that with the money that you're bringing them. They're not letting all that go for you to go make somebody else rich and reach the highest heights and then come back and talk about how them niggas was trying to extort you. Because what you forget is once that person is no longer under contract with you, they now can expose you and destroy everything you done built or everything you take away, everything you got. Let Nipsey come out and say, man, this nigga Big U was trying to extort me. He'll never do business in LA again. But all this stuff is alleged, and he's innocent until proven guilty. And if he's innocent, I'll be the first person to apologize. But if he's guilty, I'm definitely going to be the first person to say, I told y'all so. That's sad as fuck. Wild Funk said that's why Big U went heavy into extortion after Nip. That's all he had. And you want me to tell you when he talk about like how Kanye stopped answering the phone calls and all that stuff? Man, because Kanye ain't dumb. These artists are not dumb. Damn near every famous artist has dealt with somebody trying to extort them. Damn near every famous artist has dealt with somebody trying to extort them. Kanye already knew what time it was. Kanye from the Shy, dog. You don't think nobody tried to come at him? Oh, nigga, you famous now. They doing business in New York. You don't think nobody tried to come at them? They know what time it was. Because they understand that there's no such thing as coincidence. He got into it with shitty. You know how many dudes catch fades over all types of stuff? Then Loose Cannon coming with the, damn Big, you called me 30 minutes before bro died. It's getting to be too many coincidences. And when it's all these coincidences, the truth is in there somewhere. Wild Funk said, Nip was a brand. What can you sell through someone like Big U? Nothing. Hey, dude, I told you, if Big U is innocent, I will volunteer to cut blades of grass with a pair of scissors on the youth football field for 200 hours, like a full-time job. But something is, and somebody, you know, this Nicole, he wanted to come up, right? Or she, whoever it is, bring your facts. I'm going to give you my 2 facts. I'm going to give you my 3 facts. 1, the feds got a 98% conviction rate. 2, oh, dang, I forgot my second fact. But I know the first one was like, the feds got a 98% conviction rate. That was my first fact. I forgot my second one. But we don't know if this is a fact, but allegedly, oh, we also got the audio from the boy mama saying that she told WACK like a month ago they was going to bring charges against Big U. And guess what? They brought the charges. Then they hit bro with a RICO. So if they don't get bro on the death of Nipsey, they got bro on the extortion shit. And in order for them to bring that RICO, they got some people that's willing to testify. And they got allegedly DNA evidence. The feds don't shoot to miss, bro. The feds do not shoot to miss. Another fact is, dudes look at this like Young Thug and all this with the RICO they got off, bro. Young Thug them got off because Fonnie Willis was boning the Squidward looking dude, the dude who was prosecuting the case, some of these cases. Them dudes got off because the what is she, the district attorney? Because she was compromised. They didn't get off because the feds, because they lost the case. Nathan Wade. Y'all sit up here, see one person get off. Oh, Big, you gonna get off. Trust me, bro. There's a very slim chance that bro's walking away from this. And he knows it. That's why he went on live trying to tell people it ain't his fault and it's all these other people. But I just want to know where the party y'all gonna throw for Lovejoy 600 if this guy's convicted and bro is proven to have been telling the truth. No, I know it's state. I know Fonnie is state. But I'm just saying it's a RICO. People keep saying people are like, people in their mind because they think Young Thug them got off on the RICO. They think, oh, now when niggas get hit with a RICO, it's a chance they could beat it. Nah, hell no. Thug got off. Man, I'm telling you, Thug getting off was because politics. Thug getting off was because politics. And because her credibility was and her integrity was called into question. I'm not gonna say they had them dudes dead to right, but when it was revealed like she was fucking dudes and stuff that she was charging, come on, man, you can't prosecute them dudes for that. But it's just sad. And what makes it sadder is the reaction. The reaction of black people to it makes it more disgusting than many times than what was actually done. Because we say we want our community to be better, but we constantly are attacking people who do the things that are necessary to make it better. What do you want? You can't have it both ways. You can't be the hardest hood booger in the ghetto and expect to live a life that is trauma and drama free. You can't. You can't stay in the hood with your kids and not have to worry about them getting shot in a drive-by. You just can't do it. You can't have it both ways. But guys, all that talking they was doing, none of them came up here. None of them came up here to get this smoke. I gotta thank everybody in the building, especially the people who contributed to the stream. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. This is not really a hip-hop news channel, but we do cover these topics when they are relevant or pressing. We are definitely following the Big U stuff. We're doing that. We already in. I'm up to my elbows in this shit already. I can't go to the bean pie store no more for a while. They might get me. Can't go to Woody's, Bean pie stores in Inglewood. I could go over there. But it's a lot going on. A lot is developing. Just, come here if you want an honest take, right? An honest, unbiased take on this situation. It's going to be me. If you want lies, if you want jaw jacking and excuse making, go to them other people. Shout out to my girl Shernine. Right when we was about to close out, my sister came to drop her wisdom. What up, sister?
What's up, my good brother?
It's crazy in these LA streets. It's crazy in these LA streets.
But I'm glad you back calling out this bull crap. We don't want better. A lot of our culture people don't want better for the community. And when they get, if allegedly, if he's found guilty for what he's done, I'm sure it's been a long time coming. But it's sad that other people like these Adam 22 or WACK 100 and what is this Vlad people, whether they feds or our period, why haven't we been reported this issue to the authorities? Like you said,
Facts.
the kids can't even walk down the street. Why won't we do it? Come together as a community. Why? Because we want to just be entertained. So everybody interested now because he's locked up. But what about when he was out committing these types of crimes? Or I don't know, racketeer, whatever they saying he did allegedly. I'll just say allegedly, right?
Right. Allegedly.
We don't fight for nothing. We don't fight for nothing as far as our communities or our city and our government. That's why I love your show, because you talk about politics. Politics run your life. But what's the major issue with our culture, people, is the truth hurts, Brandon. But a person or a people tell you a lie to make you feel good. And that's what's
Facts.
wrong with our people.
Facts.
So when they put it in your face, they bringing out the facts, somebody get arrested, and that's what happened. Oh, well, don't say this, don't say that. So we supposed to continue to allow in 2025 this terror to continue to happen in our communities?
No. Hell no. That's why I like the dude 600. He actually had the balls to call it out. This man been going in on Big U for like 2 years or more. And they called him every name in the book. And now he's been proven to be, well, he's on the verge of being proven to be right.
Well, and then, he probably risked his life doing that, right? I mean,
yeah, of course.
Risked his life, but one person, nobody else got supported this man.
Listen, man, a lot of people have said it. A lot of people said it, but it was just like people are cowardly, man, when it comes
That's right.
Bruh.
You can't call like you say. I don't watch neither one of them too bad because they've been saying they was feds for long, but y'all get on there and run your mouth. So are they really feds or you just run your mouth? See, social media, Brandon, go look up statistics, even on First 48. The cops will tell you right now, guess how they solve their cases mainly? It's just made their job so easy.
People snitching, people telling.
Right on social media. Right on social media. And they ping to you right where you at. A friend of mine, his son just got caught for armed robbery. You know how they caught him, Brandon? For what he put on social media. The guys he robbed with, they claim they didn't know his real name. I don't know if they knew his real name or not. They was like, well, I know his IG. The police officer, the detective go on IG, right? Find him on IG. He said, okay, this the name. Oh, finds a YouTube video he made, rap video he made. Pulls up right to his parents' house and get him. So that mean that detective probably spent maybe a day or two solving that case.
Right.
Versus, so we can say the hell with First 48 because they solving this shit just using social media.
Easy. But everyone's the feds and everybody's snitching. How's everybody the feds, dummy, when y'all on the internet telling y'all business?
Now, when you on the internet telling your business, so where's the code? There's no code anymore because all culture people lack self-confidence and self-esteem. They don't want nobody like you reprimanding them.
No, they
don't want. Yeah, they don't. I've done with it. I've dealt with it. I've been attacked in the community. Still getting attacked in the community. We going after our housing department over some funds from HUD after a hurricane we had here years ago.
Right.
You think these people supporting us?
Hell no.
But guess who gonna support us? White folks.
White folks.
White folks.
White folks. White folks had to come get a predator, an alleged predator, up out of the black community in LA.
Yeah.
Cause if they didn't, guess what? These fools wasn't gonna do nothing about it.
There you go. But he a snitch. He said this. He going after Big Houston. But your kids can walk down the street.
Exactly. And then we'll try to shame somebody because they want to get their damn kids up out of that environment.
Oh, yeah. You ain't part of the hood. You too good now. And that was the thing. This is what I don't understand either. When I was growing up, because we grew up in the hood, Brandon, we was ready to get the hell up out of the damn hood. We didn't glorify that stuff. And I'm going to tell you what's even worse. who got it bad? These damn suburban kids in these suburban communities. Oh man, they really out of goddamn control. You ought to start looking into that. When I finish what I'm doing fighting on the local level, I already put on Facebook. I'm going in on these suburban parents with these out of control suburban kids. Cause guess what? Just like I told you about my friend who got caught robbing a store from social media, grew up suburban. Okay.
Right.
They're committing crime and glorifying, and I know it got a lot to do with the music, glorifying doing things, you know, robbing people, shooting people, doing drive-bys.
Man, just to say degenerate, stupid stuff, right? Professional. WACK is super fed. Come on, man. You cannot be this damn simple. WACK 100 is not no federal agent, bro. Like, y'all kill me with that shit. Like, y'all killing me with this. Y'all think that dude is smart enough to be a federal agent? He literally, bro, if WACK is a federal agent, every gossip in every black community everywhere is a federal agent. You do not have to be sophisticated to get a Negro to tell you their business. Trust me. Trust me. Most of these people love the attention. WACK sit there and ask questions. What is that? What is that? And them dudes just keep on talking and talking and talking and talking.
And
Come on,
all
man.
he's doing is he just asking questions.
Academics is a fed. Adam is a fed. WACK is a fed. Vlad is a fed. No, the common denominator is Negroes love attention. They'll say anything to get attention. These
Correct.
dudes are just interviewers. That's it. But you're dealing with the same demographic. How many white dudes did went to jail off of Adam 22? How many white dudes did went to jail off of VLADTV? Hispanics. None, because they don't get on the internet and tell they damn business the way black folks do.
And weren't we raised like that, Brandon? I thought we was raised. I mean, I know I was raised, you know, you keep everything in the house. You don't tell your personal business, but it's like social media. Y'all down there almost worse than white folks who tell all they be. Y'all worse than them. From you showing the food you eating or cooking to you giving all out your personal business. Instead of getting therapy and counseling, that's what you really need, and self-evaluate your inner self versus your outer self and want to be accepted and liked. And man, don't let me. Okay, Brandon.
No, look, I'm reading these ridiculous comments. TSM said, I think Brandon Big U is the fall guy in all this bullshit because Big U was involved in too many businesses. That's all. Because I believe WACK 100 and No Jumper set Big U up. Come on, man. All right. I'm telling you, we got some simple people in our community. Why would Big U need to talk to the cops when these fools is on there talking every day? The police didn't come in like we found out about Big U from No Jumper. They found DNA under the boy who dyed fingernails connected to WACK 100. What the? So you're telling me that Adam 22 and WACK 100 allegedly forced Big U to go out there, kill that boy, get his DNA under that boy's fingernails? Adam then made him do that. Adam and WACK made Big U go operate like a predator in his community. That's stupid as fuck. I mean, stupid as hell. That's like saying a white guy from Bellflower made a black dude from Long Beach go rob a liquor store in his community. It's bullshit. You know it's not true. It's just like Nietzsche said. Some people will believe a lie because they don't want to have their illusion destroyed.
Yep.
And that's what you guys are doing. You want to keep entertaining an illusion, a fantasy. So you're trying to do mental gymnastics. You're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole just so you don't have to accept that we have predators operating under their own volition in the black community. But when you argue for your limitations, when you argue for your weaknesses and your ignorance, you know what the problem with that is? You get to keep them. These boys ain't got shit to do with this man going to jail. Everything this man, every reason for Big U being in jail right now started and ended with Big U. And you should be happy that he got caught if he's guilty. This is my question. TSM, why are you arguing for a criminal? What do you benefit? How does it benefit you if Big U gets away with these crimes that he allegedly committed?
Well, what if that was his nephew that he?
These people don't care about their own. These
They
people don't care
kids,
about
you
their own
ain't lying.
family
They
or
own
their
kids and
fucking
family.
kids.
All right. Yeah.
Listen,
We
man,
can
I'ma
name that.
say it.
Yeah.
I'ma
right.
say it. And if you get mad, you could go straight to hell. These type of black people don't give a damn about their kids or
That's
their
true.
family or their community. They rather be friends with a drug dealer or a rapist than tell on him and get his ass put in jail. I got a damn uncle who's a pervert. I freaking reported that nigga. Ain't that much loyalty on earth. I guess I'm a snitch. I guess I'm a snitch. But when bro running up in your damn kids, then
Come on
what?
now. Come
then
on.
what?
Come on,
I'm
boy.
tired of black folks with this shit. That's why I don't be liking to talk about this stuff that much, because it's just annoying and irritating. It's enraging. Oh, WACK 100 said, who gives a damn? Did he do what they're saying he did? That's the important part. Fuck killing the messenger. Did he do it? When we get to that point and we understand that, then we could come back and talk about how he ended up going to court and all that. And the feds are not playing no games, bro. They need evidence to come at you. Because it costs the federal government way more money to prosecute a case than it do the state government.
Yeah.
So if they're coming, they're not missing. Big U did this. He made every decision that led to this point. Go ahead, Shirley.
No, I was just saying I have a saying now, who's thinking for you? You know, when we learned in school, you supposed to, you know, you had to do a research paper, or you were taught the antagonists and protagonists. So you're supposed to look at both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
One side, you know, the good side, and another side is the bad side. But at the end, you come to at the end of the research paper, a conclusion, right?
Right.
So if you have DNA under his skin from, you know, unalive this young man, unfortunately, because of this song. I mean, what they say, you live by the sword, you eventually die by it. What about karma? I mean, I'm not really say what about karma, right? You think you're gonna keep having bodies around you? I mean, bodies on you, blood shed in the street,
turning up around you.
Nothing is eventually gonna happen to you. Or what they got an old saying that say sometimes the sons will pay for the sins of the father, or the seeds will pay for the sins of the father.
100%.
Something just actually now coming to fruition. You don't know how much better that community will be now without him there, and hopefully, I don't know. Well, I'm sure they'll probably go after whoever's been in his clique and his set. But we know how they gonna sing like mockingbirds and snitch then. But yeah.
Let me say this. When stuff like this happen to dudes like Big U, that discourages the next one to be Big U.
Mm-hmm.
See? And then you can start to build your community. But let me tell you about these black folks in LA. They don't got to worry about it, because these Mexicans going to take that little neighborhood and they're going to build it.
Oh, up. Yes.
They're already doing that. They're already doing that. So keep being ignorant. Keep excusing degeneracy. Keep lying to yourself, because eventually the truth gonna come kicking in the damn door on your ass, and ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it. Because Big U wasn't extorting a single Mexican or Asian or white person.
I know that.
He's only doing it to us, his own people. because we so stupid, we sit up and make excuses for it. And then you wonder why don't nobody want to open a business in your neighborhood.
Correct.
Black people, they start a business, Shernine. They go open their business on Melrose.
Oh, I know.
They
I
open their
believe-
business in a white community. You gotta drive. Bro, Nipsey Hussle, the new Marathon store is on Melrose. The Marathon Burger is on Melrose.
Wow.
Why you think that is? Why you think that is?
I'm sure with all the crime and the robbing and all that's going on, I mean, they have to want to stay in business. And I'm sure, or it could be some people so jealous they won't even support the business.
Big U could have been a force of good in that community. He chose, allegedly, he chose to be a force for bad. Shout out to my boy Med J in the building, the number one Somalian in the world, kicking down a $20 super chat to your boy. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's good to have that super chat button back, like for real.
How you got your button back, Brandon? I mean, I'm not gonna donate to you on there because
No, you always donate to me on Cash App. You good? Basically, I had to hire some dudes to go do like an audit of my YouTube channel.
Wow.
And then they basically told me like what got me demonetized, and then they gave me a strategy to get back monetized, because it's like I'll tell you if whoever wants to know. Basically, even though you're demonetized, they still you still have access to the system where you allow YouTube to review your videos before you post them. So you won't make money, but YouTube will still review the video and tell you whether the video violates the monetization standards. So basically, before you post, you have to upload your videos to that, let them review the videos. And once you do that consistently and YouTube kind of sees like, okay, bro's not going to post nothing that is violating our community standards or that is unable to be monetized, ineligible for monetization, they throw you back the monetization. Like, all right, cool. You're safe for us to put ads on. That's basically what's happened. That's what I had to do.
I think with us, I don't know, with some of the content you share and some of the other writers and creators that look like us, I don't think we should have to go through all that, because these other people, they get their videos monetized and they say whatever. I think it should be a discrimination lawsuit.
Oh, 100%. But when you look at some of the black channels that talk about the degenerate shit, like they got a channel called Real Hoe Talk. They're on there talking about sex and prostitution, all that. Two prostitutes.
I know they monetized. I know
they're monetized. They monetized, baby. They was monetized 3 weeks after starting their channel, and it's still monetized.
Wow. So long as we talking about the degenerative things, that's why you lost your channel, because you speaking like this in politics. Yeah, that's okay.
I think you told on Big U to get your monetization back. Facts. You stupid. Oh, he said, nigga, I'm not Somali. What are you? BJ, where are you from, bro? You're not American. I thought you were Somalian. I'm waiting on Mad J to tell me what country he's from. He said, I want my $20 back. Mad J, man, come on, man. Mad J be calling me from 100 different numbers. Bro, for real, man. That's my brother right there. He got my number. He got access to your boy. Bro, he said I'm not Somalian.
What's our other guy that come on when I donate? He give $30. Where he at? Call him out.
Who? That was Mad J.
I forgot his name. Is that him?
That's him, MJ.
That's him. Yeah, that's MJ. Yeah, that's him.
He kept his word,
he
man.
Blessings
to the bro. Blessings to the bro.
MJ
Blessings
always
to the bro.
Go ahead, MJ.
But you know what? I got to get out of here. Thank you, my sister, for coming up. We gave y'all like 2 hours. Man, hey, I'm gonna do my best for real. Well, that's all I can do is speak the truth. I'm not really
Sleep
built to
good at
lie.
night, so don't worry about it. You sleep very well at night, and y'all donate to Brandon. I looked at how much I donated to you. Well, let me know if you want me to say it publicly. If not, I'm trying to mess.
13 over time, you mean?
Yeah, I've donated, I think, over 19 times.
You
So
could say it. I don't care. Don't.
yeah, I think I'm up to like $238. But
I
it's
appreciate
not a lot of money, you know. I know y'all have to, like you said, you just had to pay people to audit your channel to get your monetization back. I mean, we ain't listen to the line as in the curse, the line media.
Well,
Yeah, pay some people who at least giving us truth.
the thing too, you like when you're monetized, you get more presence in the algorithm too. YouTube shoots it out more. So like
Okay.
you're not having the same reach if you're not monetized. You know, but you know,
something to know.
but even when I wasn't monetized, like I'm a hard worker. So oh wait, so Med J and MJ are two different people? No. MJ, okay, MJ and Med J. Okay, MJ is from Texas. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, MJ. Yeah, I thought he was from
Med J is from Somalia or something like that. Okay,
MJ.
okay.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. Bro, you gotta realize the icons show up this tiny to me, so I can't even see you in the icon like that. But okay, we got rid of the confusion. Yeah, if Big U is innocent, let him out of jail. I'm not tripping off that. It's no skin off my
Do we
back.
have a bond, Brandon?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Well, I'm just saying with this going on with the last administration, you know, they were still letting these people out who committed murder.
He probably would have never been indicted. He probably would have never been indicted under Biden. Come on, let's be real.
That's a great point.
MJ, because I thought you was Med J, but just put M-J under it. See, I got y'all confused. But now we know the truth. We know the truth, my brother. We appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to MJ. Shout out to MJ, man. Our largest contributor for the night. But thank you, my sister. I appreciate you coming up here.
Okay, you take care, Brandon. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, good brother.
I'll be here. Man, Big U probably was contributing to the Biden campaign. But guys, listen, we gotta go. I hope y'all come back. We're gonna be live tomorrow. Get up in here. Come get this good criticism. Shout out to all the new people who watched. Shout out to all my day ones who are always coming back to check this out. Keep up with me. Make sure I'm hold me accountable. Keep me sharp. I appreciate all y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get even more views and everything like that. Till the next time, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, take care of each other. And try not to get extorted by Big Eugene.